We're all human, which unfortunately means we're not invincible, and being our human selves, we've all scraped a knee, gotten a headache, had some other type of mild but still inconvenient pain. Well, when most people get these mild pains, they turn to non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, also known as NSAIDs. Some commonly known NSAIDs include aspirin or ibuprofen that help us get over pain in our everyday lives without having to go get a prescription painkiller from a doctor. NSAIDs work by preventing the enzyme cyclooxygenase, or COX, from functioning to its full ability. NSAIDs work by inhibiting both COX-1 and COX-2's production of a lipid compound called a prostaglandin. Prostaglandins have many functions, but for this video, we'll only focus on a couple of those functions. First, they are produced at sites of damage or infection. Here they cause inflammation, which is part of the healing process. Along with inflammation, however, comes pain. That's why NSAIDs inhibit the function of COX-1 and 2. Without these enzymes functioning properly, they cannot produce as many prostaglandins, therefore not as much inflammation, and therefore not as much pain. However, prostaglandins also play a major role in embryonic implantation. So, with a lack of prostaglandins, there is a much higher chance for abnormal implantation or unsuccessful implantation, which often leads to miscarriages. However, some people turn to acetaminophen instead of NSAIDs. They both produce similar reductions in pain, but acetaminophen only inhibits pain signals made by prostaglandins without reducing inflammation. While NSAIDs and acetaminophen are extremely convenient, they have both been gaining more criticism from medical specialists over the years. This is because NSAIDs and acetaminophen affect prostaglandins, which, as we learned earlier, is crucial to embryonic implantation. Many researchers have been taking this information into studies to try to truly understand these medications as well as pinpoint their relationships with pregnancy. In a study done by the Kaiser Foundation Research Institute of Northern California, almost 1,100 pregnant women were studied. They were broken up into 3 groups: women who used NSAIDs only, women who used acetaminophen only, and women who used no painkillers at all. Researchers then looked at which women had miscarriages. The results confirmed that NSAIDs were the culprit of almost all of the miscarriages. When compared to other groups, the NSAID group held the highest number of miscarriages. By looking even closer at the data, the researchers found that more doses of NSAIDs that a woman took, the more likely she was to undergo a miscarriage. This research does not confirm, but strongly suggests that NSAIDs can be detrimental to successful embryonic implantation. With all this information, researchers and doctors are setting themselves up to produce more studies to confirm their hypotheses, to work with women to prevent any unwanted miscarriages, and finally, to allow for healthy and successful pregnancies. Thanks.